I'm FIDE Master Corey Russell. And the following game features against our expert was a French where the black got destroyed by an early and devastating kingside attack. And this is really instructive because this uses a kind of sacrifice that actually is fairly common. So it'd be good to know this kind of special sacrifice, which I'll explain when we get there. So in any case, let's get to the game. I was white. So here we are in the French advance. I do a sideline called the wing gambit. The idea of the wing gambit is if black takes here, I'm going to establish a knight on d4, and if it's helpful, I can push his knight on b5 with, on c6 with b5. If the timing is right. Also, it removes c5 from being an option for his pieces, whether it be a bishop or knight or queen. So it's actually pretty. b4 is surprisingly useful in this context. The other point is, which is what he does, he takes here, is white is going to sack another pawn, open up queenside lines, and get kind of counterplay similar to the Venko Gambit. And I still have a strong center and lots of kingside space. So actually, I can literally play on both sides of the board. So, and according to the computer, this gets to an equal position. So he develops his knight. I take. Of course, a bucket pawn to get the tempo. This is useful because if he takes, which is what he did, then maybe, depending on the situation, I might go knight b5, knight d6, and get a powerful knight on the 6th rank. So he develops, as you might expect. He did bishop first because I'm still thinking of maybe if he goes knight f5, I'll snack there and then go knight b5, d6. So, again, depending on what he does. He develops. I develop. And let's see, I think he castled, yes. So here, I did a thematic sacrifice. I did bishop to h7 check. Now, there's a few things to keep in mind about this sacrifice. First, you can only do this check if your queen can get to g4. Secondly, you can't do the check, this sacrifice, if they have any way at all to cover h7. If they can, forget it. It doesn't work. And thirdly, they can't take your knight on g5, or again, it doesn't work. So do knight g5. First gives an exclamation mark, but it's an obvious move. I mean, there's no reason to do a sacrifice otherwise. Now, if he does this, I get a pretty strong attack with this, threatening mate. In fact, the only way to cover it is here, check, and here. And basically, white can get a simple but strong attack with just, like, say, rook d3, rook d1, d3, h3, and it's crushing. I analyzed it extensively with a friend of mine, and it's a very, very strong attack. So in any case, he doesn't do that. He does. If there is a way to refuse sacrifice, it's only with king up. So he goes king up. And then I do queen g4, running a devastating knight check. For example, if he just goes, say, here, check, here, mate. So he can't do that. So he does only move f5, only move queen d3, still threatening knight e6 check. The best defense according to Fritz is queen b8. And this keeps the queen out of danger. And Fritz says equal, actually, with that move. But he tried king h5, which is a mistake. And f4, this is really strong because it actually has several threats. Most obvious threat, though, is being, if he does, let's say, anything, let's say here, then I'll do queen check and then queen h7 mate. Should be noted that if he attempts knight g6, the idea of blocking, the idea of blocking, it doesn't quite work because I won't do queen check there. I'll do queen check here. Now if he goes king up, queen h3 is mate. Or if he goes king h6, queen h3 check, and must block, must go here, and then mate. So basically, bottom line is he needs to cover h7, so he does. Unfortunately for him, I actually have multiple threats in this position. So now I can't mate on h7. However, I can do a secondary threat. Knight takes e6. The obvious point, of course, is I'm threatening the queen. But the problem is he can't move the queen or even take the knight, because if he does, queen g5 is mate. So he'd have to do a move like, and he can't do this either, because again, queen check and then here and then mate. So he can't do that either. So he'd actually have to do a move something like this, right? Because then the queen covers g5. I'm still doing queen g5 mate. Then you just go here. I take here, it's here. And then basically, I'm up a queen for what? For a bishop. And that's an overwhelming material advantage. And so rather than try to face such an overwhelming material deficit after 96, opponent correctly resigned. So I hope you guys enjoyed that game. I'll see you guys next time.